Alright, everyone, welcome back. So, tonight is the last night of the All-Star break. Tomorrow there's 2 games, and then everything pretty much starts going back to normal. So the other night was obviously the All-Star competition and the All-Star game, and I figured, why not give my thoughts on it. So, I'm going to preface by saying I did not watch the entire thing. I know people are going to come at me for that probably, but I'm probably going to say a lot of the same things that you've seen a lot of people say over the course of across the media and all that. But it's a general consensus. I typically don't care for it. Now, I'm actually wearing the last time I watched an All-Star game in 2022. These were the jerseys that were used. This one and the white one, I have both of them. I don't wear the white one a lot. Whenever it's on display, I will point it out, I guess. But I don't typically wear it a lot. But regardless, that was the last time I watched the All-Star game in 2022. I'm going to be honest, I don't care for it. I really don't care for it. And I think that that's the general consensus for a lot of people. I don't see the TV ratings for it a lot, but I can only imagine they aren't that great. Just saying. I can only imagine they aren't really the best. Just being honest. I think that overall, I think it's very, like, a lot of it's so corny that, like, the people my age can't watch it. It's mainly for the kids, and I understand that. That's the demographic they're trying to target here is the kids. But even then, like, it's not really that enjoyable because even the players don't want to do it either. Like, I mean, you see a lot of Ovechkin doesn't want to do it. You see a lot of, these other players, they want to go on vacation for a few days. They don't want to have to deal with the All-Star break. They don't want to have to go to Toronto or, St. Louis or wherever it is. And they don't want to have to deal with that. A lot of them would much rather prefer going on vacation. Now, I know there's some of them that probably do want to do it, but still, there is that general consensus where a lot of them just want to go on vacation. It's just so corny. And I get it. I understand it's for the kids, it's for the media, it's for the entertainment. But even then, like, it's not even really that enjoyable. Like, I used to be able to watch the skills competition because that I feel like is a good concept. I feel like it'd be fun, but it's just all in all stupid. It's just been killed over recent years. It's been all gimmicky. It's all staged. It's all just so, like, boring. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, it's just the most boring few hours ever. And, like, honestly, unless if you're there, it's not that fun. Like, if they came to Philadelphia, which is where I'm based out of, it would be great. I would go. I would really enjoy it. But since it's in Toronto and Vancouver and St. Louis and all these other places, I just don't care. Like, if it was in Philadelphia, I wouldn't have a problem with it, and I would go. And I think that's the consensus for a lot of people as well. They would go. But obviously, with that, I do believe that is what a lot of people do think. But just overall, this year, another boring All-Star break. It's honestly the longest, 4 or 5 days of my life because there's no hockey involved, and I'm just really bored during it. And honestly, when the skills competition was going on, I put on a college game. I put on Omaha versus Minnesota Duluth. That is the game that I put on during the skills comp because I just don't care. Like, I have honestly no desire whatsoever to go and watch that, being generally honest. And when I heard that they weren't going to have an All-Star game this year and they were going to do the Four Nations tournament, even though I have some thoughts on the Four Nations tournament myself that I think it's kind of it's weird, but I like that more than the All-Star game. I'm going to be brutally honest. So, about this Four Nations tournament, I figured I'd bring it up here and we discuss about, the Four Nations, the All-Star, all that stuff. So the Four Nations tournament is kind of like a pre-Olympic thing. I think they're only doing it this year. I haven't seen anything saying they're going to do it next year or in 2026. It's going to take place from February 12th to 20th in 2025, so my birthday is going to be very boring unless if I really enjoy this. There will be one Canadian host, which is Montreal, one American host, which is Boston. There'd be 7 games total. 23-man game rosters must be on NHL contracts. So, I mean, we can just start projecting our Canada teams now. A 3-game round robin, and then a top 2 teams advance to a winner-take-all type tournament. So, I understand I understand why they did it. It's still weird though. Like there's a lot of other there's a lot of other countries like Germany, Czechia, Switzerland, Germany. I think I already said Germany. And anyways, you get what I mean. There's a lot of countries outside of the core four, being Sweden, Finland, Canada, USA, that are pissed off and pretty disappointed that they aren't able to compete in this tournament. Now, what I was thinking would be a cool idea, and the NHL would never do it because it's way too much to manage, is what they would do is they have the top division, which is the 4 teams, a second division, which is all the other countries, and they would compete, and whatever team was the worst in the 4 nations would get relegated, and then whatever would win would go back up. And I've also seen complaints, too, that, Russia isn't involved, they should be involved. I do agree with that. I think Russia should at least get involved. It just stinks because of what's going on in Ukraine right now. Like, you obviously can't. It just is how it is. And I would love to see Matvei Michkov, as a Flyers fan, be in the 4 Nations tournament. But we're just not going to be able to see it this year. It's unfortunate, or not the 4 Nations, in the Olympics, but we may not see that. So it's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, overall, I feel like it is kind of a cool concept. It's a little bit weird, but I guess it's kind of like a pre-Olympic type thing. Now, the Olympics is what people are obviously looking forward to. And this was talked about, and this has been brought up ever since 2014, the last time they had it. The NHL is going back to the Olympics in 2026 and 2030. I would imagine that after 26 and 2030, they are probably going to go back for later years after that in 2034, etc. So it's going to take place in Torino, Italy, and then Nice, France. So those two will get the Olympics. And I think the players are absolutely stoked about this. I think everyone loves it. McDavid even said it was a dream come true, which is the best in like competing for their country in the Olympics. I think that's honestly a great way for the Olympics to get more views and a great marketing for the NHL overall. I think overall it's great. But yeah, there's definitely some work to be done. We will find out some more news in regards to that probably in the coming years. Not months, years. But anyways, that'll do it for this video. A lot of negativity about the All-Star game. I've never been into it. I'm so glad there isn't going to be one next year. I feel like what would be a cool idea is if they did like a midway All-Stars where like all they did was just pick the guys and that was it. Like I would be perfectly fine with that. Just like overall having to deal with just like it just is not that fun. But I'm probably going to really enjoy this 4 Nations, and I'm also probably going to really enjoy the Olympics in the coming years. But regardless, hockey's back tomorrow. We got the divisions I have to do. I got like really busy this weekend. I could not get done any videos, so that is on me. But anyways, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Hit the subscribe on down below. I greatly appreciate it. Expect a lot of videos in the next couple of days. It's going to be a very interesting month for videos overall. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.